Hey guys, this is Justice Heredia, and this is a how-to video of how to make platanos with salami. Couple things we'll need is a smashing board for the platanos. I also have 2 plastic containers with paper towels because we're going to put the platanos and salami into oil. Also, we have a cutting board, we have a nice sharp knife, we have 2 platanos, depending on how many platanos you're making or cooking for people. I also use corn oil, and I have 2 pans. We also have 2 pans for cooking, one for the platanos and the other for salami. What I like to do is I like to first put some oil into the pan. Not too much where you drown the platanos, but into a good amount. Also into the other pan for the salami. Okay. I'm going to turn on the stove onto low so the oil can start cooking and get a little hot. Our next step is to cut and peel off the plátano. I like to cut from this side here, and then I like to make a distinctive line so that I can cut here. And now that I've cut through here, I peeled exactly the entire plátano, and you also do that to the next plátano or how many plátanos you make. I usually like to use the back of my knife and make sure that it's peeled completely clean all the way and it doesn't have any of like black things, which is from after we've peeled the entire plátano, we have to cut into little pieces, depending on how big you want your platanos to be. Cut, and every single part is how many platanos you will have. Alright, and so I put the rest in this pan with the oil. As you can see, the platanos are boiling, cooking. I would leave them in here for about 2 to 5 minutes, just so that they are yellow, exactly like this corn oil here. I usually like to move around the platanos just so that both sides can be cooked. For example, as you can see, this is like half. It's more yellow than the other side. Buys this kind of salami, but you can get all kinds of salamis. I get this from any supermarket. So I like to cut mine really thin. Really thin. So usually they look something like this. It's really thin. And depending on how many people are eating, you cut the slices. I usually just have 3 or 4. The platanos have been cooked to a good yellow color, and they are pretty hard, so we can just smash and make them a little bigger. I just take them out and put them, dump them into this plastic container here. Make sure we get all the oil off. And what I like to do is get my smashing board, and I like to put it like this, and that's how they end up. I usually take my knife and just take it off a little bit because they kind of stick on. Do that again to all the platanos. Some of them kind of do this, but it's okay as long as we have a kind of circle. Alright, and then I dump it time, be careful. It's usually bubbly and we don't want to get burned with oil. Now we let the totones fry into about 3 minutes. I like some people like it a little burnt. I like it to where it looks like this, just to make it a little more cooked. I like them really crunchy. Some people like it where it's half cooked. And then I don't like my salami too cooked or burnt. I like it to a good amount, like this red color in here, which is not cooked yet. Alright, my totones are all done. I like to shake them off to get all the oil off. I like to put them in a plastic container. Alright, we're gonna let the salami cook a little longer. It's not done just yet. I'm gonna flip them over. So I actually did the same for the salami. Just let them sit there a little bit, let them cool off. I like to use salt. For anyone, you can use garlic or anything else that for flavored. I usually just like some salt, and I put it in my hand and I just wiggle a little bit like that. Alright, and this is our result. These are totones with salami. Alright, here's our results. Here are some totones with salami. I usually think this is finger food. If you like, you can use a fork and a knife. Ketchup, mayo, you can mix it up however you like, and of